Triple crown, triple threat, triple burger with fries, all good things come in threes, which is exactly why today I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you to the 2021 Elantra SELs, and we're gonna go ahead and break it down package by package by package. Let's go. What is up, guys? It's Miguel, your car guy, and today we are talking about one of the nicest styled cars to ever roll off of the Hyundai assembly line. And of course, as is tradition on this channel, we are not going to go ahead and start with the 2021 Elantra SE. We are going straight up to the package 2, the Elantra SEL. That way I can go ahead and show you a few differences and help you decide which package is best for you. Now, if you like this or any other Hyundai, go ahead and click that first link in the description below that says schedule with Miguel. That way I can guarantee that once you get here, you'll be getting me, because I can actually go ahead and say these cars. We have some fun. But if you can't buy a car from me, no worries. Go ahead, like, subscribe, and share this channel. That way you and I can keep on spoon feeding the channel to grow big and strong. And leave me a few comments. What else would you like to see on my channel? But without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in to the 2021 Elantra SEL. New for 2021 is the Elantra design. Now, back in 2020, the newly styled Sonata actually came out with Hyundai's new sensuous sportiness design concept, and it was so well received, they decided to go ahead and implement that same style on the Elantra, but it still does have its distinct characteristics. But tying in the new Elantra to the entire Hyundai line is this massive cascading grille. Now, the grille does do more than just look good by blending into these little headlight housings, but they actually do allow a lot more airflow to go ahead and hit the radiator, making the car much more efficient. And I'm a huge fan of these little hidden blinker lights right here in the grille. That is some smart engineering. Now, if you're wondering about the Elantra's engine, every single Elantra SEL is going to have a 4-cylinder engine giving you 147 horsepower and 132 pound-feet of torque. But do not fret, my pet, if you're worried about efficiency, because in the city you're getting up to 31 miles per gallon, and on the highway you're getting up to 41 miles per gallon. So it doesn't matter if you're just going down the road or visiting grandma the next county over. The Elantra could be your one-stop shop from A to B, or all the way A to Z. Another cool little bit of info is that when you go ahead and opt for the 21 Elantra SEL, you will be getting the 16-inch alloy wheels, but it doesn't just stop at real rims. You actually get these very, very dark gray, almost black rims. So instead of going ahead and paying a manufacturer an extra $800 for a special night edition rim, you actually get it for free on Hyundai once you go ahead and get the SEL. That is what you call value, my friends, and Hyundai has it. Another phenomenal thing about the SEL is that it is the first level to go ahead and bring this intelligent key, meaning that you can do something called smart trunk, because unlike most other cars, this has a feature where as long as the car is locked and you're coming back from the store, all you have to do is get within 3 feet of the rear and just listen. It beeps, it pops open. You don't have to go ahead, do the hokey pokey and kick your leg all about for a sensor. The car knows the key, and once you're within 3 feet, it'll go ahead and pop open by itself. That is smart. Another phenomenal thing on the Elantra SEL is that using the same smart key, you can go ahead and turn on the car. Just go ahead, hit lock, then push the button that says hold and hold it. Then all of a sudden, the car is going to go ahead, fire up, and start cooling down, which is very, very neat. Now, Hyundai is not the only manufacturer to have push button start on the key, but they're one of the few to actually include it in this segment of vehicle, because not too many other cars could actually start from the key, which is a phenomenal feature. And another great thing about the smart key is that you can go ahead and leave the key in your pocket, leave it in your purse. You don't even need to go ahead and touch the key to unlock your car or turn it on, because once you go ahead, push this little button right here on the door, the car will go ahead and unlock. You could hop on in, step on the brake, hit the push button, and you were on your merry way. You don't have to feel like you're digging through dinosaur bones to go ahead and pull out your key. Just leave it in your pocket and the Elantra got you. Now, focusing on the interior room of the car, I highly recommend starting with the trunk, because the trunk can accommodate 14.2 cubic feet of space, and that is with the seats up. Go ahead and drop those seats right down, and you could fit much bigger, much bulkier items in the back. And nowhere better exemplifies the space that the Elantra has than the additional legroom in the back, because I've been on a lot of test drives, but go ahead and figure, even with the seat where I would drive it, look at all the space I have. I'm not having to tuck and roll to do anything. Leg space, headroom space, super ample in the new 2021 Elantra. When you go ahead and hop up front though, you can really see that the car is very driver focused. Now there is a little spar right here that goes ahead and separates the passenger from the driver, really echoing that cockpit type of feel. And being that not only the gauges but the touchscreen is angled towards the driver, you can go ahead and see that behind the wheel is where you want to be. Now, focusing on that touchscreen, you do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but the best part is that it is wireless. That way you don't need any cables or cords. You just go ahead, sync up your Bluetooth, accept a few permissions, and then you are set to start using your navigation without having to plug in a cable or cord. And I really do like the new gauges on the 2021 Elantra as well. Not only are they very sporty, but they are recessed deep into the dash, so that way those electroluminescent gauges can really shine in the daytime or even the nighttime. And here on the right side, you can even go ahead and see the trip computer that not only shows you digital speed, but also driver information, trip information, and such things like that, really adding to the techie and sporty feature of the entire feel of the Elantra 2021. Another phenomenal feature that I cannot stress enough, I love this feature, is the dual zone air conditioning. That way passenger and driver can set their own temperature and one of you do not have to suffer while the other one feels guilty for making you suffer. That is probably one of the best inventions in this vehicle, aside from the BlueLink system, which is absolutely phenomenal. If you have OnStar, it's very similar, except it's free for 3 years. You can remotely start the car from your phone even if you're out of range of the clicker. You could even go ahead and find it in the maps in case you know you're parked somewhere in a certain parking lot, just kind of forgot where it is. And like I said, it is free for 36 months or 3 years, and you cannot beat free. Now, I know most of those people are going to tell you the exact same thing, but the Elantra SEL is one of the safest cars on the road, figuring that even the SE has lane keeping assist and lane follow assist. Lane keep assist, just like many other vehicles, actually helps steer you in the lane, but unlike many other vehicles, it actually tries to keep you centered, because there's so many car companies out there that don't actually correct the steering until you're on the line. Then it's a very big and drastic overcorrection. It is quite unnerving, and that's why most people just opt to turn it off. But with the Hyundai system, it'll keep you centered in the lane. That way it's more gradual inputs and it's not a big shock to you. And those actually work over 40 miles an hour. But what if you're not going 40 miles an hour? What if you live predominantly in the city? Well, then lane follow assist is the one you want. It is the little steering wheel that you saw before, and it actually helps you stay in the middle of the roads at city speed. So you don't necessarily need to be going 40 miles an hour. As long as the camera in front of the car could see the lines in the road, the lane follow assist will go ahead and keep you centered up even if you're not going 40 miles an hour, which is very, very nice. And another cool thing about that little camera is that it also does link in to the forward collision avoidance assist with pedestrian detection. That means the car can go ahead and hit its own brakes in case you can't, and it doesn't matter if it's a vehicle or a pedestrian, the car has your back, because again, everybody's gonna say their cars are the safest on the road, but hardly any other car brings you the amount of safety features for the price that the Elantra brings. I'm sure that by now, if you're still watching the video, you at least kind of are interested in the Elantra, but if you're one of those people that need a little bit more, well, I happen to have a very convenient package for you. It is called the 2021 Elantra SEL Convenience Package. And that, guys, is the 2021 Elantra SEL with the convenience package. And just like all Hyundai models, it builds upon the previous and includes some more stuff. Now, from the outside, you could see that there's almost no difference, but I do say almost because there is a difference. But if you know where to look, you can tell that it is a convenience. For example, if you go ahead and look at this massive cascading grille, there is a new piece. This big rectangular section actually houses the hardware for the smart cruise control with stop and go, and you also do have junction assist now, meaning that if you're turning left or turning right in an intersection and it sees a pedestrian or a cyclist, it'll go ahead and stop for you, which is a new feature on the 2021 Hyundai Elantra. But it doesn't stop there. Although the exterior appearance is barely distinguishable between the SEL and the SEL Convenience, the interior is a completely different story. If you go ahead and sit in the driver's seat, you will notice that you now do have a leather wrapped steering wheel on the SEL Convenience, but the most drastic and obvious difference is the 10.25-inch display cluster, meaning that basically your gauges are now a TV screen, allowing you to go ahead and change drive modes, and you can see in dramatic fashion which drive mode you're in, especially when you go ahead and shift into sport. Aside from that, you still do have digital climate control on both sides, but you also do now have seat heaters as well. That way, if you have a lower back problem, or if you just want a little bit of warmth on your butt, you can go ahead and turn on those seat heaters and they will work beautifully. But if you go ahead and look lower than that, you will also see another very techie change. It is the wireless charging pad for your compatible phone. So if your phone can go ahead and charge wirelessly, go ahead and place it on this little pad and it will go ahead and charge without having to use any wires. Now, before I wrap up this package, I have to address something that absolutely everybody is asking me. Miguel, what is this little circle thing here on the left side of the gauges? Well, according to this Motor One article, that circle is there purely for design. Apparently, in the SEL Convenience and the SEL Premium and the higher level packages, even the Limited, it is purely an aesthetic purpose, but rumor is when the Elantra N line, or maybe it's just the full-fledged N arrives, that will be a little dynamic mode changing. But for right now, on the Elantras that you can actually get your hands on, that is just to make it look pretty. Go figure. Now, that section was a little bit quick. I know you were asking about it, but I want to go ahead and show you a few of the major differences from the SEL to the 2021 Elantra SEL with the convenience package. But if you want to see a little bit more in depth, go ahead and click this little video right here, so that way you can see the first video I did on any 2021 Elantra, and it just so happens to be a 21 Elantra SEL with the convenience package, and I give you a little bit more detail on all the little screens and the menus, and you deserve to go ahead and see that. But let's say you're a little bit more picky and you genuinely want to get a little bit more of an upgrade on this car. Well, I happen to have the car for you and your high and fancy taste. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce you to the 2021 SEL with the Premium. And that, guys, is the 2021 Elantra SEL with the Premium package. It is absolutely phenomenal and a little bit more enhanced, as you can see. Now, let's say you're a new salesperson and are looking for a Premium SEL. If you can see it from the front, you can still see this massive cascading grille, but now it has dark chrome accents on those grille cover pieces, making it look much more unique and interesting. And if you actually look lower and in front of these side curtain air vents, you will also see those dark chrome accents right there, looking almost like a mirror looking at you, telling you that it is an SEL Premium. Now, if you go over here to the sides, not only do you still have the blinkers integrated, but now with the SEL Premium, you also do have LED turn signal indicators on the windows. That is super nice. And being that we're on the side anyway, go ahead and look at the 17-inch alloy wheels. They look like they have a diamond cut pattern, and I am a huge fan of the way that those rims look, really making it more distinguished from any other car out there on the road. And like I mentioned, this is the Premium, and being still on the side, before we go ahead and hop into the cars, I figured I'd go ahead and show you these little chrome trim pieces along the mirrors. That way you can tell that it is one of the higher packages on the Elantra line. Just like on the SEL, without any packages, the Premium does have an intelligent key. But unlike the lesser packages, there is no more button actually on the door. The entire door handle itself is the new button. So all you have to do is come on over here to the door handle, grab it, car unlocks, you hop in. You don't even have to mess with pushing a button. Just grab the handle, throw yourself in the car, and you are on your way. Once you've unlocked the door and actually sat inside, one of the coolest things that I love in this packages, which was only available in the limited models in prior years, was actually the electric seat, because now in the 2021 Elantra Premium, you do also have an electric seat for the driver, making things oh so easy when you need to adjust your seating position. Another nice feature to have once you go ahead and get the SEL Premium is the sunroof. All you have to do is pull this little tab right back. The sunroof slides straight open and you can see all that beautiful blue sky, and it's piped straight into your car. If music is your tip-top priority, the least expensive way to get the top-tier Bose 8-speaker audio system is to get the SEL Premium, because that is precisely the audio system that comes in the Premium. Another great thing that is very advanced is Hyundai's digital key, meaning instead of carrying around big and bulky keys in your pocket or your purse, all you have to do is download the My Hyundai Digital Key app to your phone, and then go ahead and place your phone right here in the wireless charging pad. It will allow your phone and your car to communicate, to know that that phone has permission to activate all the car systems. And the best part is that you can actually share the digital key with family or friends. So if your in-laws are in town and you don't want them to waste money on renting a car, just allow them to use their phone as the car's key. That is very smart. Now, at this point, I would say the only drawback of that is that it's only available for Android users, because apparently Apple has yet to accept all the terms and finish negotiations with Hyundai. But as of this recording on this video, if you have an Android, you're in luck. So the SEL Premium is a fantastic way to go if you like value, style, and tech. But let's say that you're not one for settling. Well, the car for you might be the 2021 Elantra Limited. And no, I'm not covering it in this video because I went ahead and covered it in that video. So go ahead, click that little link, and it'll take you right to my review of the 2021 Hyundai Elantra. And so guys, these have been the 2021 Elantra's SEL Convenience, and SEL Premium. And no, I didn't go over every single little detail on the car because it would take way too long and I'm too fun for that. But if you like these videos, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. That way you and I can keep on growing the channel big and strong. And leave me a few comments. What else would you like to go ahead and see on the channel? But that has been my time. I'm Miguel, your car guy. So until next time, let's go ahead and break it down. Oof. That's a really bright sun. My goodness. Another phenomenal thing that is very, very advanced is Hyundai's digital. Another great use for the smart key is the remote start feature right here on the car. As long as you hit the lock button, just go ahead, hold the button that says hold, and then the car will go ahead and start right up. Maybe not.